everybody. Welcome to Foundational Yoga class. I am connecting with you from a safety distance, but know that I so miss seeing you in person and really feel your energy. I'm so looking forward for that day, and I know it's going to be a long time coming. Well, I put some things up here. Seeing into darkness is clarity, and this is called practicing. Let me go back into the book. And I should close my computer. Put it away. Fear gets its power from our not looking, and either the fears or what we are afraid of. Remember that attic or closet door behind which something terrifying waited. And the longer we didn't look, the harder it was to open that door. And my computer is still making noises, so just a moment, please. Are you okay? You're good now. I believe that some of us are dealing with this pandemic much easier than other of us, and of course, I trust that all of us has this, up and down feeling of what is going on. However, I think this class is so essential for each and every one of you because I believe that we cannot let all this emotion just rise from within and you just sitting and thinking your way through out from it. It's not gonna work that easily when you do it that way. It's better when you, let's say when you have this overwhelming feeling or panic feeling, you start doing something. You walk into the wood, you move around, you let the mind focus on your body and your breath, or you are doing yoga. So with that movement, which means you actually not pushing all those feelings away, you are not denying that darkness of what is in front of us, but you look into it with this physical movement. When it's come with yoga, we also embrace it with our breath. We stay with it and we let it flow through us, and it will just going to shift as you know already. So please do whatever you can to be true to your feeling, and don't sit down when that feeling hit you, especially the one it feels so overwhelming, frustrating, and intense panicking. You have to start doing something. Talk to people, hug someone you love. If it's safe, you have people in your family. Go to the wood, do a lot of walking, and please be commit to this class. Yoga to me is now the best ever to really help you to remember the space with calmness, to remember to be in the present moment with the connection with everything about you, with your body, with your breath, with your emotional, with your mind. If you are not picking, choose pieces, so then you actually being very unhealthy because you just narrow your focus on one thing about you. You have to open up to everything about yourself, okay? And I have been talking to my girl, and I realized that many of us that taking this class still probably don't know how to come to this class. So if you have personal connection to one of your friends in the class, please reach out to them, and I will do my part as well. I'm trying to tell my goal to give each and every one of you in the past month that taking my class so I can personally call you and encourage you to come and take the class. No matter what you can, supporting us or not, I don't care. I care to connect with you here. I care that when I see you again, I mean, like some of you are not just gone forever because that negative is just overwhelming you and you just change mentally. No, you're going to be here. We're going to be here together. We're going to help one another. Some of you doing so great already in helping yourself to stay connected, stay positive, stay open. Let's do it. Having said that, please, if you're not sitting, you want to choose lying down, you can do Supta Baddha Konasana. Just close your eyes. With each inhale, open, embrace, expand, connect to each and every piece of who you are. And when the exhale comes, you let it go. You surrender. You move like past those thoughts in and out with the breath. You don't go into the thinking and hold on to those thoughts. You're not going anywhere else right now. You are here on your mat. You are here with your breath. If you can experience the external conditions and you want to do something about it, that you want to go close the refrigerator, turn out the light, just know that can I let those things be what they have to be right now? And I learned to be in harmony with them, to learn to choose peace in myself and watch the world revealing itself. And you do what is essential to stay grounded, which is breathing and connecting to your present being. And mindfully, you draw your hands together right in front of your heart. And may we chant Om 3 times together, please. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Deep in. And you bow your head down to your heart. Release your hands. Lift your chins and open your eyes. Hi, love. And we are going to warm up in our seat today. Will you please let's working on your neck. Do circle, do tilted, and length with the opposite hand. Do look side to side. While your spine is elongated upward. And you're checking in and be really aware of what your body feels in this moment. What is the movement in your neck that you can really help to kind of release that tension and stiffness, like find that space. Because our neck is so mobile, there's so many places that you can go, and when you hit that spot and you feel like, oh, I should stop there and just breathe and lengthening the muscle that you feel the tension a little bit more. Maybe you can your hang body forward and really let your head hang, and yeah, this one is really good. And you're going to feel from me anyway, like a little bit on the top of the back. Please be comfortable. Feel free to move the way you sit. You can extend both legs in front of you. You can open your legs apart, which I probably will do that soon enough. And if you finish and feel like you're done with your neck, the next location we are going to target is our shoulder. Okay. You roll your shoulders together at the same time, like go front and back, or you can do one at a time. Keep your spine nice and long, and just keep breathing. And I have a space. I can feel like, okay, I should take your risk. Give them some love. You can rub your arms. Don't forget to circle your shoulder on the opposite direction. And you can hold your shoulder like that and kind of circle your elbows. Be creative, everybody. Just make sure that you move, really, really move and warming up and waking up your body. And if you feel like, oh, you know what, I have to go up to my next again. It's just something, it just click, go up. And for us who want to go further, so the neck spot that you are going to hit is your trunk. Okay, I actually love to do this with my legs apart. And you can even do that first. Because when I roll forward, I can hit my adductor muscles at the same time. You don't have to. You can have your leg in front of you. I'm changing my position right now. Everybody, just to help you find options that work for your body. Like you can do one leg forward, one leg bend. Just move your body like when you do, what is it? All four. Okay. You can move your neck at the same time. You can massage your jaw, even like rubbing your face. It's good. Don't forget to change direction. Snake your body. Shake. Give the trunk some twisting, gentle. give your body some side stretch. You see how, I move my legs so oftenly. Oh, yeah. You can even get your shoulder, circle it again. Shake your legs. You can point and flex your feet. I really give all the big joints like the movement, the big muscles movement, bring the heat in, bring the oxygen in, and just allow the muscles almost like you're kneading bread, and just bring warmth and elasticity to your body. And if you want to go further from here, let's get into our child pose, please. Remember, blankets, towels, just fold them tightly if you need more support for your knees. And you can go into the side stretch, okay? You walk both of your hands to the right. You open your arms as wide as you need. And use that finger to anchor the floor down and push the floor away while you sit back toward your heel. That's going to really elongate the left side of your body. Yeah. The more you do it, the more stretch you're going to feel it. And once again, this is a time to okay, how much do I need? I just need this much. So you just do that little, right? Be with that pulsation of the body while the breath go in and out. And you go to the other side. You bring your hand back center. We go from the heel to the wrist go round at first with the inhale and arch at the end. And exhale, you round your back up to the sky and back toward your heels. And we are going to move it like that. Inhale. To slowly warming up our wrists here. Elongate your breath. Keep moving, everybody. Three more. And last one. You come up onto your hands and knees and we make a big circle. And keep moving. Keep your jaw relaxed. The bottom jaw, let it move away from the top just a little bit. And move. And flow. And you change the direction, please. I'm trying to get the music. Just keep going, everybody. So yeah, it's not singing. Everything seems quiet. All right. Then from here, you step your right leg forward. Height will be really helpful at this point. So if you have block, it's good. If not, you can hold your thighs, okay? And I want you to move front and back. Yeah. Now, one thing about the front foot is that you don't have to really have the soles of the foot like grounded all the time. When you go back, you can be on the heel. That is going to allow the joints, like the knee joints and the hip joint, to move freely. And we are going to take refute. Let's say the English properly. We get into our hamstring stretch, our lunge stretch here, please. And you let the body expand and soften. Since it's the first one and it's still kind of in the warming up mode, it's a good idea to let your body move like a jellyfish. Yeah. So you can move away from the foot when you inhale and exhale, you move into the foot. Yeah. And you can go deeper with each exhalation as well. For us who are not really that open, you just stay really nice and tall. Remember to keep the spine long. And we do exactly the same action and just try to go closer to that front legs. And then you drag your right foot in, plant the foot down, tuck your left toe under, get your left knees off the floor and pivot to the left. And you make your feet parallel toward one another. I'm going to get into the hip first. So you get your heels in and your toes out and you go move from one leg to the others. If you don't have, block, which is, I hope you be able to find something you can come up onto your thighs and even be in goddess pose and move a little less. Just be safe with your joint. And you are going to turn back toward the front of your mat. And you are going to have your left knee down, left hand down in line with the knees, right? I'm going to give myself a little height. And then I'm turn my body toward the right side of the space. While that happening, make your left shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. And we spin the chest up toward the ceiling, push the weight backward, and really elongate with the exhalation on your right side body. Let the sternum move upward, but your shoulder blades move backward and together. And just find that space for your neck. You play around and see where is a good lengthening for the neck. And then from here, you are going to move away from the floor. Your right hand go to your right foot, or maybe even at the hip. But the left hand, we're going to let the palms go up toward the ceiling. With the inhalation, you're going to go up, and exhalation, you extend to the right. So we have the left side stretch. Any one of you can balance with the leg itself. You can use your right hand to hold your left wrist and extend. That's helping is really give you more extension along, that left side body. And please move your hip back slightly. And come up and away from the floor. Bring your hands down to the front edge of the mat. Turn forward and take child's pose, please. And breathe here. Couple breaths for me. Inhale, we go into cow pose. Exhale, we go into downward facing dog. Move with the breath here. Inhale, plank pose. Chest go forward, knees come down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, round your backs up. Arch the back at the end. Exhale, tuck the toes, knee off the floor, downward facing dog. Make sure your hands are really supporting you. You go planks, inhale with the knees down, round the back, exhale, child's pose. Keep moving, please. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank pose, elongate your breath even more so if you can. Exhale, child's pose. 2 more, please. Inhale. Move, exhale. I'm not looking for any stretching or strengthening that much, but more of flowing with the breath. Last one. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we go forward to plank. And we go down to child's pose. And you come up onto your hands and knees and you step your left leg forward this time. And use block or come upright, or if you can have your hand on the floor, which actually I don't feel I have enough lift in my core, but if you can do that and you move that front leg front and back, front and back, front and back, okay? Sorry, I'm going to try to get the music running here, if I can make it. And then next time when you go back and your left leg straight, let's get into our runner stretch. Okay, hip square, spine lengthen. Once again, each exhale you go down. Inhale, you move away from the stretch a little bit, and exhale, you go down. While your spine is elongated at all times. Couple more breaths, everybody. And next inhalation, you move up and away from the stretch. Drag your left foot in and ground your foot into the floor, and then you pivot to the right, which is my butt is facing the camera right now, but I'm going to turn toward the front, and you can do the same thing as well. Just make sure that you know how to go back toward the front edge of the mat. Then from here, we're going to go into Pasarita Padottanasana, which means our legs is parallels apart. You hug the chins in, push your thighs apart, and you get your body downward to the floor. Once again, for us who are tight, use a block and extend your chest forward, extend your hips back, and even bend the knees a little bit if you have to. And no matter where you are, just know that each exhale you want to try to challenge the stretch by getting your body down, toward the floor. And it may mean that nothing happened at all for us who are tight, but extension is important, and the feeling of the stretch is what I want you to look for it more than how the pose should look like. Okay. Any one of you who dangling so close to the floor, you can hold your elbow and you can swing your body side to side. Keep breathing. And then from here, we are going to walk our hands toward our right leg. Both of them. And you open your arms apart like that. Same idea here. So think about when you do child's pose, you do the side stretch, right? You just really extend the arms away and you push the floor down and forward, and you're going to feel the stretch along the left sides of your body, with blocks or not. Just find the height for yourself. And then from there, you lift your right hands off from the floor, and you're going to thread between that space, and you try to kind of keep threading, keep going under. If you have to bend that left elbow, do so, or just start moving that left hand around so you can really extend the left side and twist the right. You might not go so deep, like you may not be able to go really far and down, and that is okay. And you may have to bend your knees a little bit in order to do that. Yeah. And keep lengthening the left hip back. Any one of you who really go to the floor, you just go to the floor, go to the floor. And it's just that twisting. Make sure that left shoulder feel really good here. And come out from it. And then you go to the left. Yeah. Lengthening your right hips back. Push the floor down and forward. Bend your knees a little bit if you have to. And then use your left hand like you thread the needle. Thread between that space there. And use the lengthening of the right hip. Make the right side stretch really well while you twist the body. It's really confusing, you know. And carefully, then you turn back toward the front of your mat. And then I believe we go into child's pose, isn't it? And you breathe. Oh, no, that's not true. Well, stay in your child's pose for now, everybody. You come up onto your hands and knees. Oh, this is the one that I'm missing. So you balance on your right hand, right knee. Kick your left leg back. Spin your belly and your chest up toward the ceiling and lengthening your left hands over your head. Left foot to the floor. Push your weight back toward the legs. Each exhale, find length. Exhale, length. Last one. Then push off from the floor. Stay balanced on that right knee, left leg. Turn your right palm up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach high and keep lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. And exhale, go over your head the best you can. Draw your belly in and stretch. Your left arm is free to actually be in any places that it just feels right for you. You can hold the ribs on the other side, so you can rest on that side. Make sure your neck's nice and lengthening. And we come down onto child's pose, please. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Thread the needle, right hands under. Between the left hand and the left knee. Left hip move back. Left hand places anywhere that is help you to stay in the pose safely. Okay. And if the safeness is not an issue anymore, you can be creative with the left hand to add something more into your practice. And breathe. Carefully unthread, come up and away from the floor. Step your right leg forward. Have your left knees on the floor. Low lunge. Both hand thumbs on either side of your sacrum. Spine lengthening. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lengthen the spine upward. Engage your core and exhale, you lunge forward. And inhale, lift the heart high, next long. Exhale, lunge. One more breath here. Exhale, lunge. And then you move the arms out to the side. Get the shoulder blade. Still keep drawing toward one another. Keep breathing. And then inhale, arm up. So core engage, lunge forward. One more. And then exhale, we are going to get the hands down on either side of that front leg. We are going to visit our lunge stretch again. The hamstring, the more we stretch, the more it loosening up, and the feeling of the lower back sometimes, some of us have a tight lower back because of the hamstring. So we keep stretching them as often as we can. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. From here, we go into our lizard pose. Walk your right foot to the right with the knees bent. Diagonally, your body to the left. Hips back, spine extend forward, and get the chest down to the floor. I would love to offer an option of the back leg for some of you who have a strong practice. You can make the back leg straight, okay, by grounding the whole foot to the floor and extend your chest forward. Know that we want to go toward the floor with the chest. Each exhale that you have to increase the stretch of that hip opening. Make sure that when you go down, you don't take your right knee toward your right ears, okay? It's going to kind of move away from the ears and stay open. And inhale, you move up and away from the floor. Heel toe your right foot in. And we are going to step the left leg forward and cross behind the right leg. Cross leg Uttanasana, and you go extend first and try to get your chest down toward the legs the best you can. While you're here, you can wiggling the hips and you can move your body side to side if you choose to do that. Or if you choose to be still and hang low close to the legs, feel free to do so. You can hold your elbow here if you are comfortable with your arms out of the floor, or you can interlace the hands behind the back and bring your arms over the head. Breathe. And bend your knees, step your left leg back. Hands down, step your right leg back. Child's pose, please. Claw forward into your forearm plank. Hold the pose and breathe. Remember, your knees can be on the floor. Lower all the way down to your belly and your chest. Okay. And then extend your right hand out to the side, your shoulder height. Left hand come close to the chest. And keep walking your right hand further to the right. Turn your body open. And you swing your left hand back if you can. Swing your left leg back behind your right leg if you can. If you cannot do it, you actually can bend both knees like that. It's going to make the stretch on your right pec major become less. Just know that the more this chest is opening toward the ceiling, the more stretch you're going to ask out from your right shoulder, your right pec major. And switch side, please. When you have props that you need to use them, just move them around mindfully. And exhale carefully. I actually have to be careful because I have the clip on my hip. It's not a good feeling. Roll down to your belly and your chest, please. And we go into our Sphinx pose. So your elbows underneath your shoulders, palm facing down. You can even have your palm facing one another, straight legs. Click your toes into the floor. This is what I want you to do. You push down into your forearms, get your chest off the floor, belly off the floor, inhale. And when you exhale, get your belly down, chest down as low as you can. And get that shoulder blades come together. Inhale and exhale, just like that. I'm actually moving your shoulder blades apart and together. This is what I want more than anything else from this Sphinx pose. However, you're going to feel that when you extend, you're going to feel your lower back kind of being apart and asking to kind of contract. So you have to be careful how far you go up, okay? And neck is long. Yeah. And do last one, and you come down completely to the floor. And we go up onto our hands and knees. And the next one is thread the needle. Left hands go under. Hopefully I will hit the second size of the poses. Back to your breath. Observe mindfully everything that surrounded you, and you observe them calmly. You make room with the elongation of your breath in and out through your nose. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. Step your right leg forward. Have your left knee on the floor and you come upright with the body. Low lunge. No, I think we did this size already, isn't it? Then we switch leg. Yeah. Left leg forward, right knee to the floor. So lunge deep when you exhale and lengthening up with the chest when you inhale. Hand on either side of your sacrum at first. Yeah. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift. Next, lengthening. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift. Arm to the side, palm facing up. Keep breathing, keep moving. Next inhalation, arms glide up. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lift. Last one. Core engage. And then we go exhale into our runner stretch, hand on either side of your left leg. With the hips square toward the front edge of the mat and spine extend forward. And that tender heart. Exhale, we stretch. And we observe. We feel and we see through this tension of our challenging in our body. We're facing the stiffness with our whole heart. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Lizard pose, please. Left knees bend, walk your left foot to the left, knees over the ankle, your body diagonal to the right. Remember, some of you can make your right leg straight. When really ground into your right foot, you choose that option. And each exhale while your spine extend straight, we go toward the floor with the chest when you exhale. Okay. Be with your moment. And you inhale, you move up and away from the stretch. Heel toe your left foot in. Hand frame that front leg, and we are going to go forward and now crossing your right leg behind your left leg. Cross leg Uttanasana. And you just keep the spine lengthening, and while you stretching that lateral sides of your leg by going downward, go as low as your body allow you to go. And you go one breath at a time. You can move your body side to side. You honor what you can offer to this challenge of your stiff body. And you do it respectfully. You give it wholeheartedly. You're not hiding, you're not running away. You just be. And you bend your knees, step your right leg back behind you, pivot to the right. And let's do goddess pose, please. So heels are in, toes are out. Hands on the thighs, climb that chest up and away from the floor. And you go upright with your trunk. Each exhale, you extend your knees apart. You still can do this knee rocking side to side. Your hand can press down onto your quad muscles. It's really help to kind of let that muscle, letting it go. Some of you, like you don't really need that. Your arms can go wide or bend at the elbow. Okay. And inhale, we lift the spine up, neck nice and long, core engaged. When you exhale, you extend through the knee. Inhale. Two more breaths. And you move up and away from your groins a little bit. Turn your feet parallel to one another. Hands onto your hip, lifting your heart up high to the sky. Stay right here, breathe. And you bend your knee just a touch, heel toe, your feet in, until you can stand nice and tall with your feet parallel to one another. Shake your hands a bit. And marching. Swing your body side to side. I want to make sure that I'm not hitting myself against the wall here. And you stop in the center. hold your right wrist. I'm going to mirroring you. This is going to be very confusing for me. And you do stretch to the left. Ribs is in, hip move back slightly. Have your weight more toward the heels of your feet, please, not toward the toes, okay? You're not going forward, you're going backward. You're going backward with the hip chain sides, but you are going forward with your heart. So your belly have to do a lot of work that you have to draw your core in. So you're strengthening your core at the same time. Now, when you do that strongly, you may like gripping your jaw and crunching your jaw. Please relax. And since we are standing, I'm going to hit some of our like basic standing poses. Open your legs apart, please. Point your right foot forward, left foot 90 degree. Okay. And we go warrior two. Right heel in line with your left arch. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, bend your right knee. As you can see, I actually kind of bend in and come out from it. That's also a good thing to, kind of saving. Some of you need to do that because you feel like things is locking, so you can just go. Know that you can do that. Yeah. And when you're ready to go deep, you just go. When you exhale, extend that front knee deep, but really ground into your left foot. While your inhalation, you lift your heart high, neck's nice and long, and your shoulder blades is back and your chest is open. Inhale, come up and away from the floor, chin side, please. Exhale, warrior two. Go deep into the extension of the leg when you exhale. Spine lift when you inhale. And inhale, you straight that left leg, turn it left foot in and come up to your standing. And we're going to swing the body side to side. And we go back to our warrior two with the right leg point forward, okay? Heel in line with the left arch, exhale. When you're ready, bend that right knees, arms out, look toward the right hand, check with the ribs, draw in, heart open. And we go from here to reverse warrior. So our right palm will go up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back. Left hand on your left leg. You can even hold your belly. You can touch your back and go maybe touch your right leg there. See what's more important is the length of your right side body. Inhale, move away from that and we go into our extend side angle. Exhale. Right forearms on the thighs, core in. Spin your belly and your chest up toward the ceiling while your hips move back. And your left hand can go up toward the ceiling or alongside the ears. And we are moving from here to the floor. So next exhalation, you go chest toward the front of the mat and to the floor, like square your hip as well. We take pyramid pose, please. So the hip square, step your left foot forward, just attach, and you adjust your standing. Right foot, 12 o'clock, left foot, 11 o'clock or less, okay? Hip square, spine elongate, bow down. You need the support hand should be on the floor, on the block to support you and make that foundation really nice and solid and safe. Any one of you know that you can really like count on your leg and the strong core Your arms can come off the floor. You can hold the front legs. You can held with the knees a little bit, or you can interlace the hand behind the back. See what works. And you can play around with them while you in here. Let yourself be free in terms of get to know your body. Get to know that space, let's say this dark space that you never visit. Go into each corner of your closet to see what can I really take care of my body or challenge my body or be creative with myself. And then you step your left leg forward, Uttanasana. Knees bend a little bit, inhale, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, chest go toward the legs. If you cannot go so deep, don't worry about it. You can have your hands on your thighs, even exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lengthen. It doesn't have to be deep. And then you bend your knees, move your hips back. Get your toes off the floor and lift them and spread them. You can see your own feet, make them parallel to one another. Right? And 4 corners of your feet on the floor. And after that, check your knee first. Knee over your ankle. Then you get your arms in front of you. We are taking chairs pose right here. Hips back, core in. Then chest lift, breathe. Your arm just going to glide up by itself. I don't care how high your arms go up. I care how much you can opening your heart, okay? And you have to still engage your core at all times with no tension in your neck and your jaw. And stand nice and tall. Inhale. Hand to the heart. Exhale. Hip stay back, hip stay back. Chest open. Breathe. Check in with your body. Go into every corner with tenderness in your heart. Don't judge yourself, please. Embrace your unique body. And then you can face forward. Again, you can see me. Now this time we're going to turn the left foot point straight, right foot 90 degree, left heel in line with your right arch, and we go into warrior two. Oh, take those blocks with you because you are. Sorry that I'm not doing the mirroring. I forgot about it. And reverse warrior. Inhale, move away from it, and exhale, we go into our extend side angle pose. Now exhale, you fall down to the floor, and you're gonna go toward the back of the mat, and have your hand on either side of your left leg. Right foot now we go 1 o'clock or less. Left foot 12 o'clock. Square the hips by lengthening forward, and you are going to bow down toward that front legs. Okay. Breathe deep. No matter how low you go, once again, your lower back is crucial. Keep extending your lower back as best as you can. And you go from here, please. You walk your hands back to your knees and come up to a seated position. And then you face yourself back toward the front of the mat. Extend your legs in front of you and come down onto your back. Please. Knees into your chest. Opening your knees apart. Circle them away. And when they meet, just draw them back toward your chest. Your arms can go wide open. Adjust the space around you. You can go a little bit closer to the hip and change direction, please. And we go from here to our figure 4 pose. Right ankle above your left knee. Okay. If you're tight, keep your left foot on the floor. That is where you start. And if that gives you enough stretch, enjoy it. For us who need more, draw that left foot in and bring it closer and closer to the chest. Okay. Your right shin stays square to the chest. Strap can be really helpful if you cannot really use your hands to hold that left leg yet. Or if you hold your left leg and you really lift yourself off from the floor and your neck is jerking up toward the ceiling, your shoulder come off from the ground, I would rather not let you do that. Get your shoulder down, get your head on the floor. And let your arms be long by the heel of the strap. And you just breathe in and out through your nose gradually and calmly, again and again and again. We are going to let go of the stretch. Have your left foot down if you're not having it already. Arms wide open. And drop your figure 4, shake leg to the left. Left hand behind the back of the head. We crunch to the right 8 times, please. Exhale, lift, inhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you stay here with your arms wide open. And use the exhalation to help you to soften your ribs downward to the floor. And your bones are heavy, your muscles are heavy. Your eyes are soft. Inhale, come up center. Switch side, please. And may your heart open, your body is open, your energy expand. You find this refuge within your own breathing. You can rest into it. And then you let go of the whole right foot down. Drop your legs to the right in the figure 4 shape. Right hand behind of the head, 8 crunch to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just let your arms be wide open. Let the bones become softening and heavy and relaxing toward the floor each exhale. Pointing that left knee toward the ceiling the best you can. The heaviness of your pelvics and your ribs and your shoulders, if you have the tension along the lateral sides of the legs and the hips, they're going to help you to feel that stretching you need. Inhale, come up center, and we go into Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. I'm going to extend my arms over my head and kind of do the lengthening. Is a good option to give it to yourself. If you feel like doing it or not, you open your arms wide, just working on the hip, please. You can be still, or you can just rock the hip side to side gently. And your knees up and together, and get yourself ready for bridge, please. Feet to the floor, knees bent. Push down to your feet and forward and get the hips up and away from the floor. And tuck your shoulder under. Lift your throat. Lift your chins away from the chest. If you're tight, open your arms wide. Right? We don't want to tuck the shin into the chest, please. Your legs are going to work like crazy here. Feet down and forward. Just make them parallel the best you can feel it. Yeah. Get that tip of your arms bone to be the lowest part of the pose the best you can. Neck is long. Next exhalation, bring your spine downward, one breath at a time. When your hip touch, draw your knees toward one another, and you rest right here and breathe. Let your jaw relax. Bring both knees toward your chest, drop them to the right. Left arms can be wide open or being closer to the hip. Make sure your left shoulders can touch the floor. If your legs are not going to be on the ground completely, please know that it's okay. Or you can put the blanket or the block underneath the bottom knees, or you can hug the block between the thighs. See what's work for you. Inhale, come up center. the legs with the knees bent to the other side, please. You can also use the opposite hand. Draw your right knee, bring the weight on it, and draw them closer to the floor. You can also look away to your right hand, get the stretch in the neck, feel a little bit more like twisting, increasing. Exhale, please just drop everything. Drop your jaw, your cheek. Drop your shoulder into the ground beneath you. Inhale, bring your knees up center. If you have the block, please put it underneath your sacrum and get your legs up toward the ceiling. If you don't have it, blanket can go underneath as well. It at all, and just maybe hand, on either side of the hip and legs up. And you just stay here with the eyes closed and you breathe full 7 breaths. You hear everything in your surrounding and you be calm and collected in your body, in your breathing, in your heart. You're not going to run into your judgment and say it should be quieter. It should be better. You're not. You're just here. Observe. Ooh. Just trying to find. You can play around, as I said, see what's work for your body the most. Or you can use the wall and put your legs against it, everybody. That's the sacrum. And here we go. Shavasana. Cover yourself. Rest on your support or be on the mat with your arms wide open, legs wide open, or feet together, knees apart. I really would love you to take this time to really honoring the Shavasana and work on your breathing. Be the container that the energy and the story of your life can flow in and out through you without you have to make the decision to say this is right, this is not, this is bad, this is good. No. You're quiet and you observe. May I have this opportunity to show the gratitude to each and every one of you if you happen to be the frontline workers. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being the hero and be out there to keep everything moving, working for us that we need from your help, from putting food out there, from helping our, panicking in the mind, from helping us through our physical sickness. Thank you. And please take good care of yourself. We don't want to see you get sick. We don't want to see you getting worried and concerned. Take time for yourself as well. I love you all. I admire and respect each and every one of you. Have a wonderful weekend and the rest of your week, and come back and take your friends back onto the mat with you next Sunday, everybody. Namaste.